in demand. A movement in demand is merely a price change. The only thing that's changed is the price. I'll illustrate right here. Let's say, for example, if my graph is square, that at the price of $6, 50 are demanded, whatever particular good we're talking about. But if we change the price, and only the price, let's say we were right here, if we increase the price, now, let's say we increase it up to $8. Now, there's 2 points here I want you to make note of. Where the $8 intersects the demand blade, and where the $8 intersects the supply blade. Because the price went up, if we take a look at what happens to demand, we see that demand was at 50, and it went to 30 because of the high price. I think you already understand that, again, because you live in our economic system. And the suppliers know that we're supplying 50 are now, let's say they're going to apply approximately 75. Obviously, because they can make more money. So a change in price does change the amount of supply or demand. And we could also have a lowering of price. And when we get too many lines here, at the lower price now the sellers are saying, boy, I can't make very much money, the suppliers, and so they only supply this many. But the demanders at the lower price are demanding more. So this explains a movement as a price change. All the other factors that we mentioned in the demand and supply would be examples of a shift. And we have mentioned such things as far as supply, the price of inputs, the price of alternative goods, the technology used, the productive capacity of the industry, and expectations. And with demand, we talked about household income, change in population, the price-related goods, tastes, and expectations. All of those affect the shift in demand. So a shift in demand is a change in a non-price determinant. And a shift in demand is illustrated, and I'll eliminate a couple of lines here. We'll keep our original supply and demand, and I'll talk about a shift in demand first. A shift in demand is when for one of those items to be discussed, to the outside or to the right. I've got demand 2 here, illustrating that for one of those reasons, expectations, productive capacity, technology, the supply is shifted. Maybe the farmers had a real good year, and instead of supplying this many, all of a sudden they supplied that many. So when we have in this case, we have a right shift in demand that was caused by one of the determinants. We could also have I'll use a third demand here. We could also have a third shift to the left, meaning that less were demanded. And you can see how the price changes in both flows, where the shift is a non-price change in demand. Make sure that you have a good understanding of those points. And your book does a very good job of explaining this. I'd like to illustrate a couple of other examples here, if I may. And I'm going to, again, get rid of the shifts in demand. And the two concepts that I'd like to talk about now are called a price ceiling and a price floor. These are situations where the citizens of the society ask the government to arbitrarily change the price of something. And a price ceiling, as your textbook will indicate, is when we think that the price is too high, and we ask the government to lower the price. And we establish a price below equilibrium. A price floor is when we ask the government to establish a price floor, meaning that we want a price above equilibrium. Make sure you understand those two. Let's take a price floor first. If we think this price right here were too low, we just didn't think it was fair. And so we want the government to increase the price. This is usually the settlers. And if we raise it again, if we raise the price to $8, we arbitrarily change the price. We did have an equilibrium of 50 quantities and a price of 60, but when we raise the price to $8, we see the demand was less, went to 30, and the supply went to 80. We ended up with a shortage of 50 here. Excuse me. We end up with a surplus of 50 here. The demanders only want 30, but at that high price, the suppliers say, hey, I'll make 80. And so we end up with a surplus when we do this. A classic example of this would be our American Farm Subsidy Program, where we subsidize a product that's already in excess of supply, where the suppliers say, yes, I'll just supply more, but the demanders say they'll demand less. A price ceiling is just the opposite. Here we say the price is too high, and so we ask the government to step in and lower the price. And in this example, we lowered the price from 6 down to 3. Now the suppliers are saying, hey, wait a minute. I can't make any money. I'm only going to supply this many. Or the demanders are demanding this many. And here we end up with a shortage then of 50, where 80 were demanded, but only 30 are supplied. It's imperative that you have a good understanding of supply and demand.